Welcome to Business Spotlight, a signature series from the National Society of Black Wedding and Event Professionals. This is the show where we shine a light on the people, the stories, and the passion behind the brands. Each episode, we sit down with one of our incredible members to explore the journey, the culture, and the character that fuels their business. It's not just about what they do, it's about why they do it, how they got started, and what keeps them going. From bold startups to beloved staples, we're celebrating the entrepreneurs who are shaping the wedding and event industry, our community, one story at a time. So, whether you're here for inspiration, connection, or just good conversation, you're in the right place. This is Business Spotlight, where business gets personal. On this episode, we introduce Brittany Johnson and Candice Hardy, expert event makeup and hairstylists who are transforming the Richmond beauty scene one flawless look at a time. With a passion for creativity and a commitment to excellence, this fearless duo specializes in crafting stunning, camera-ready styles for weddings, galas, corporate events, and everything in between. Whether it's a soft glam moment or a bold editorial edge, these two bring the vision to life with elegance and flair. So if you're planning your next big event, remember the names Brittany Johnson and Candice Hardy, Richmond's premier beauty duo. Hello, everyone. I'm super excited. We're back again to talk to some of the brilliant and talented members of the National Society of Black Wedding and Event Professionals. And I'm super excited today because we have the dynamic duo from Society 1111. And if you can't tell already, these are the glam queen, the glam goddesses, the ones that help you to bring out that inner beauty and to enhance what you look like. I always say that makeup and hairstyling isn't to make you look like a different person, it's to help to enhance who you are. So we have Candice and Brittany here. I'm not going to go much into introducing them because that's what this is all about. So we're going to get right into it. To our first question, tell us a little bit about who you guys are um, personally, and then talk about who you are professionally.
Yes, perfect. So I am Brittany. We are the co-owners of Society 1111, a traveling hair and makeup team based out of Richmond, Virginia. I am a licensed cosmetologist specializing in both hair and makeup, and our ultimate specialty is bridal.
You said all the things. You said personally and professionally. Do you mean like where we're from and stuff like that?
A little bit that little secret sauce.
Okay, well, I am a Southern belle with a deep drawl right now because Beyonce took my voice this weekend. But yeah, I'm from Virginia and actually don't have a background in beauty to start. It was in accounting, and I fell in love with beauty a little bit later in my career and fell in love with it. So that's how I ended up here.
So, how did the two of you guys meet? How did you say, okay, let's go into business together?
Yeah, so Brittany and I are sorority sisters. We are members of the wonderful Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. I attended Virginia Commonwealth University, and Brittany attended Longwood University, and we met in undergrad, and so we knew each other for a while, and then we got into beauty like kind of around the same time. Our backgrounds were not like heading in the beauty direction, but then it just came to us. So we really living in Richmond. Richmond's a small, I guess, town, or like when it comes to weddings, you're going to come across the same people over and over again. So we literally just kept working with each other all the time. We kept seeing each other at weddings. We kept being like, oh, can you help me? Oh, I'll help you. Let's just make us a team now, like at this point, because all we doing is passing money back and forth. So we already had the rapport of knowing each other. And so going into business wasn't necessarily like a huge leap. It just made sense.
Okay. And the name Society 1111?
Well, that's a long story. That's Brittany.
Just let me toss the baton.
Um,
You tell that story.
Yes. So that if you want to know the detailed story behind it, we do have a post on Instagram that gives a little bit more background, but just a little short snippet of why we chose the name. It was pretty much we had like gotten to like to a crossroad of like trying to figure out a name. We knew everything we didn't want it to be and had no clue what we actually wanted to be. But we knew that what we were working on was going to be bigger outside of just hair and makeup. I knew that this was going to be bigger than just a standard hair and makeup team. So we threw around some names. Society was one of them. And it was like, okay, that kind of flows where we're going. But then we were like, it's supposed to be something else to it. And so it was a long process because we kind of hit the crossroad of we needed a name to make this thing legit. And that was like the only thing that was like holding us up. And so in that process, it kind of got frustrating because we were like, we cannot piece it together. And so signs from God throughout the process was showing up. And so the number 11, I felt like was like following me up until the end of it. And so literally one day I saw in Pinterest, it was a cute little quote. It was like an 1111 quote. And we all know that that's like 1111, make a wish. And so I was like, oh, that's cute. And it said something to the effect of like, big miracles are about to happen and things are going to like happen all of a sudden and you're gonna see what you've like worked towards and all that. And I was like, that's cute, save. And so then all of a sudden I went back in Pinterest and my whole timeline was filled up with 1111 stuff. And at that point I was annoyed. I was like, whatever, leave me alone with this 1111 stuff. And so one day I literally was going to work and 1111 popped up on my clock. And I, for some reason, I put the two together and I said Society 1111. And all of a sudden, I just lost it. I started boo-hooing and crying. And so it's like, I think that's it. And so I called my friend and I was like, I think I have a name. And I was like, Society 1111. And they were like, okay, so why'd you choose that?
They
And I was
didn't
like,
get the vision.
I was like, if you think about it, 1111 is something that most people can relate to a wish. And I was like, honestly, truly, we are living in the moments that we wished for, and anyone that comes in contact with us will be doing the same. And so that's kind of how like Society 1111 came about. Was it was a bigger mission and vision, and that we will always work in the purpose of what God has for us.
Awesome. Love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I will say, most people will say they come up with a name. Oh, I just came up with something, blah, blah. But I love the meaning behind you guys' company name. I just love it.
A lot of
It's got
intention.
intentionality, and it's almost like you said, it's almost like God talking to you, saying, "Hey, this is the path that I want to take you guys on."
Yep.
Yes. It's a
Love it.
huge reminder of timing, honestly. And I think
Mhm.
that was it came at the right time at the right moment. And I think it throughout this entire process, God has always shown us the right time. So
Wonderful, beautiful. So, Brittany, you have a background in cosmetology.
Mhm.
Candice, not. How did you direct yourself into this beauty industry?
I would say for me, I've been doing beauty honestly since I was like a little girl. Beauty was always a thing. I was always fascinated with like hair and my mom's makeup and going to those Mary Kay parties that my mom would drag us to and collecting all the samples and putting
Yeah.
on all the stuff. And like I feel like my grandma and my aunties were all just like beauty people. Like you didn't just show up, you had to have something on. Like rouge was what my grandma always said, you had to have a little rouge. And so beauty was always like a part of my life. And I didn't pursue it until later professionally. I actually have also a background in social work. So I did that for quite some time and then pursued it because my family and friends were like, you're still doing that beauty stuff? And I was like, I mean, kinda. And they were like, why don't you just go get your license? And I was like, whatever. I am out here trying to save the world. And then I quickly recognized that I potentially did also need a plan B and an outlet. And I was like, what's this cosmetology thing you guys are talking about? So then later, after like graduating college and working in the field, I did decide to just go ahead and get my license, and it made sense, and pursuing it professionally.
Okay, wonderful.
But
Candice, what about
I want to add to her story. You know, it was crazy. I still remember the day Brittany called me. I was in the parking lot of a Best Buy. I don't know why. And we don't hadn't even been talking all the time like that. But you called me and was like, I'm debating doing this cosmetology thing, and people are saying this and they're saying that, and I'm already a social worker and I should be going down this path. And I was like, girl, bump them people. At least I don't know if that was my exact words, but that was my sentiment. Like, they ain't about to pay your bills.
you?
And so that was so cool that you went ahead and pursued that. Maybe at the time I had started doing makeup, maybe. I can't remember. Was that what it was? But I can't
Yeah, one I
remember.
still like I have the picture. Maybe we'll send it to
Oh, when
you.
I did your
I still
makeup.
Candice
Okay.
was on the go. She was like the upgraded, I will say, like Mary Kay representative. She was going around to people's homes nonstop and like doing people's makeup. And I still have the exact picture of her doing my makeup. It was a
It
cute
was green,
green,
won't it?
green little look. It was so
It
cute.
was
And it
cute.
was cute. It was cute, cute. And I remember, I think that was like both of our like pivotal moments because you were doing that and then I was about to start
That's
cosmetology
what it
school.
was.
So it was like we kind of both connected again the same time in the beauty industry too, which
That's
is
what
kind
it
of cool.
was. Okay, yeah. So to answer your question directly, it was like that. But since I was in accounting background, I went into consulting. I doing like the whole corporate thing. But then, like, you know, we was talking about Mary Kay. I started selling artistry products through Amway. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna get these clients,
Wait, I hadn't heard that name in a while.
yeah, and I'll still be bumping with the products. I love them still to this day. But anyway, they OG. So I was trying to get clients and customers and stuff. And so I was like, well, how am I supposed to learn if I don't know anything about it? So I would just offer people like free makeovers, but I was actually trying to learn the craft. I wasn't just trying to sell the makeup. I was like, I'm gonna learn how to beat faces and I'm gonna sell this makeup. And
Mhm.
so that's really where it was stemming from. And I would just drive around everywhere, do everybody makeup. And then I started charging. I would do like all these fashion shows, just anything I could do makeup for. I make my cousins do make, I would just anybody, they would hate to see me coming because I was gonna do your makeup. And so that's how I got started. And then it ended up being like lucrative. And then weddings were just kind of the next step because they were like they made the most sense for also my schedule too. I had to be realistic and think about my life and like, oh, I could be available on weekends. So that's how it happened for me.
Awesome, awesome. So how big is the society 1111 team?
There are 10 of us, right?
Yeah. 10
Yeah.
currently.
10
Mhm.
currently, but growing is our definite goal. But for our Richmond market, we have 10 artists and stylists.
Okay, awesome. And so Candice, you just do hair? I'm
I just
sorry,
do
makeup?
makeup. Mm-hmm.
And then
Brittany does
Brittany, you
hair and
do
makeup.
Brittany, you do both.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Love it, love it. So what sets you guys apart from others in the industry or in your market?
Everything. I mean, like, come on. No, I was playing.
Well, first of all, the
Not for real though.
personality here and the way that you all get along, that's just like a sell within itself.
Yeah, people make beauty so extra. People be like snobby. We don't care. Like we just like to have a good time. So what sets us apart is we have a good time, but we do that and we also have systems so things flow so the client don't get raggedy experiences with us. That's very important, especially being a beauty professional that is of color and better more specifically Black beauty professionals, because we all understand some of the undertones of things that people are experiencing in the market, and we are completely opposite of that. So people are not, our policies make sense. We have approachable energy. We listen to people. We do not have a cookie cutter approach to how we do people's hair and makeup. People do not look like carbon copies. We allow them to look like what they want to look like. And that is the difference. We're also very diverse, which is very, very differentiator in across our team is that you can be black, white, green, orange. We don't care. Like that, our hair texture, straight, curly. They like to say textured. It's just curly hair of different levels. Thin, thick, short, long. We across the spectrum have educated ourselves on how to make everyone feel seen and beautiful.
Love it, love it, love it. You guys, I know you're killing it. I just
Thank
know
you.
that you guys are killing it. What inspires you guys to keep going every day?
I would say, I think again, like what we do, it's fun.
Mm,
And we have a passion for it, and we have a passion for just like making ourselves feel good and making others feel good too. Like, who doesn't want to have a little spice in their life, you know? And as much as we can, we want to be able to share that experience and also make people not intimidated by beauty, because I know the industry in general can be a little bit swayed in different ways, and people are intimidated or scared or confused. And it's like, hey guys, it's not that serious. Get in where you fit in. And I absolutely love that we can contribute to that and to help people just be excited about just looking good and feeling good, honestly.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about some misconceptions. What are some of the misconceptions in your field that you hear and you're like, I'm so sick of hearing that?
Mm.
Ah, I want to say, oh, one of the things that I've been saying thus far this season, which I am like, I'm a goat at this, so I'm probably not that I'm biased. I'm just staying true to what I know. It's the airbrush thing that is tearing my nerves up right
What do
now
they think?
because people are like, OMG, airbrush is so old. You can do it different ways. Airbrush is not the end all be all. Like it's not this and that. I get it because there's so many products out there on the market. We absolutely love it that brands have expanded. You can get different finishes and different looks, but I'm an airbrush OG and I absolutely love it. Anytime I can use it, I will use it on my clients because for me, it's not about the finish so much. It is about the time because I love doing airbrush because I know I can spend more time on crafting someone's eye look and then get through my foundation fairly quickly versus doing all the contouring and padding and blending. That's not my jam. I like to do a and I'm out of there.
It is quick.
So, yeah, that's one of the big hot topics that I've been seeing, and I'm like, airbrusher here, please relax on us because airbrush is still true to the true people that actually know how to do it and do it well.
Oh, they think it's like played out.
Yeah, they're like,
Oh,
oh my gosh, it's played out. Why people airbrushing and they're charging and this and that? And I'm like,
this is a separate skill set.
yeah, it's
So
separate.
yeah, it's a different specialty for sure. I
Yeah.
Oh my
didn't hear that on
goodness.
my timeline yet.
Let's go
Correct.
to some fun and personal stuff, which this is already fun. Again, you guys' personality. I just love it, love it, love it. 3 words to describe you guys, your style.
Ooh. We just went over this kind of things. Not what was it last week?
Well, you remember you got it.
Bubbly, um, professional, and I'm gonna say very knowledgeable. Like we really take time to like invest in what our specialty is in our industry. So I'll say bubbly, professional, and very knowledgeable for sure.
And you probably don't even need this, but what is your hype song?
Mm. Mm.
My hype song, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm like going to a wedding and I need a little boost, first of all, gonna start with some gospel. But
Always.
on maybe that one, you're like 3 minutes away from the venue and you're like, we're about to be in it. I'm not gonna lie. I may turn on a little rich homie quan. It's
You do like a little rich homie.
I do like a little rich homie
do.
quan to get my juices flowing and make me feel some type of way.
Mm.
Love it. Love it. Okay, Candice, what you got?
It's hard for me. I don't have a song like, but I'm a person that repeats songs over and over again. Like I'll listen to a song. I have to do that alone because people will think you're crazy if you keep. It doesn't bother me. I am obsessed with that Snow Allegra song, In Your Eyes. I love that song. I will just play it over and over and over and over. So lately for weddings, I'm playing that. But yeah, I be having to get my gospel in. And I'm talking about it'll be like low key praise and worship, like the chill songs. And then sometimes it'll be them old school ones was like Never Shall Forget, like with the organ. I be in the car like Never Shall Forget. Don't let it be a Sunday. I love the organ. So it could be any. I don't think I have like the song. My playlist is so random.
Let's see here. What's one thing people might be surprised about you?
I don't like people for real.
I was about to say I missed the question. What was it? That's Candice for you.
I might be surprised about you.
It's supposed to be a professional interview. She's gonna take ours down.
Candice, do you want to repeat what you said?
I say I don't like people for real. I'm actually an introvert. So yeah. I think I'd rather be by myself, honestly, doing nothing, staring at the ceiling.
Correct.
That's what I'd rather do.
Thank you, Brittany.
Something that people don't know about me. I like to build stuff. I feel like sometimes I get in a zone. I get in a zone of being what is it, Bobby the Builder?
You be the builder.
I like to put together some stuff. And honestly, if retired and having some a house with lots and lots of land, I'm gonna be building whatever needs to be built, whether it works or not, doesn't matter.
You be up in there with a miter saw for sure. Yeah, I forgot. She like to build stuff, and I'm stuff that she's like, yeah, you could put that together. I'm like, nah, no, that's not my ministry.
You're almost like me, but I don't know if I want to build stuff. I've always said that if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, and if I had the money and the means to do it, I would love to live on a ranch. I want cows. I want horses. I just want to live on a ranch.
I love that for y'all.
1,000 shoes, no shoes. You're taking an evening stroll. The owls are hooting. Like you're drinking your homemade lemonade out on the porch, watching the sun go down.
I want just a big porch on the front, the rocking chair. I want my dogs. I have one. That's all I can afford right now. I would just want all of my dogs. I would have multiple dogs just come up to me.
Yeah, that's the life.
Yeah. Come on, Candice. You can come over and visit with us.
I love to visit. Love to.
I was about to say she's just going to visit. Just going to visit.
Don't worry, I will not overstay my welcome out there in them country streets.
Well, Candice, I know you said that you are an introvert, but seeing you guys out and about, how do you guys network? How are you increasing your realm of, people that you want to network with?
I think we really try to be intentional about who we connect with. It's funny. We did I don't know what the event is, what I should call it, but basically me and Brittany did like a presentation at an event, and we were talking about networking. It was basically like a content day, and our segment was on networking, and we were talking about how we're just really intentional. So we know that we can't nurture every relationship, so we have like strategic partners that we look for. We're like, obviously it's not like what can I get out of this person, but we always look at how we can be a value add to this person too. We are not just talking to people just for the sake of talking to people, because that's nice. Like niceties are cool too. It's good to just see people and be cordial and get to know them. But as far as like we can actually do something together, you can only manage so many of those at a time. And we know when we have the capacity for more of that, and we know when we don't. So we try to attend like the different events that happen, of course, because that's one of the easiest ways, because it's an intentional place to network. But we have also found that sometimes us just reaching out separately to someone, Brittany's really good at that, to have coffee with them or meet them at their office or whatever can start that conversation and flow. But networking events still are beneficial, because the more we see people, the more they're in the top of mind, the more we think about their business or think about them as an individual. So I guess that's how we network. I don't know if we do a whole lot of like, I know a lot of people find people on social media. I just
Yeah.
never had the time to do a lot of that, but I know that's a place that people like to do it as well.
All right. Brittany, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think again, like a part of our business strategy too was just to be in the community. So we do make those intentional connections with people, recognizing like, hey, what could we benefit in this season and what could we use in another season? And so making those connections and again, just showing up authentically. I think that Candice and I have a unique kind of energy. And so I feel as though that's a positive thing too, because people generally gravitate towards us. So that's a plus too, and it helps us to connect with more people because I feel like we create the space for people to approach us.
Awesome, awesome.
Good way to say that.
What advice would you give someone that's coming into this industry?
Mm.
It's always interesting giving advice from a different vantage point. I'll answer the question, but I always struggle with that, right? It kind of reminds me of how um, parents will give advice about something that they did like 20 years ago. Not that we've been in business for 20 years, but it's not always going to be the same. So the way I'm getting out the mud doing this random stuff, does that make sense in 2025? I don't know. But as far as what I know that could apply, I mean, you definitely do have to have the grit about you for anything you want to do. Like you can't just be sitting at home waiting for clients to come. But I would say my advice to someone entering the industry now would be to establish who you are and why you're different, and really like lean into that, because like there's so many more, at least in our market, vendors all doing like the same thing, and it's like, oh, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Why are you different? And really leaning into that and not copy and pasting other people's approach, process, or look. Just legitimately just being you truly is what you got to do now. Like it used to be like watch what they do, a copy and paste that, and I think there is a time and place to take the things that work and do them, but I think now is really about differentiation because it's so oversaturated, in my opinion.
Truly, I love that. Love it, love it. Okay, so rapid fire questions. Morning person or night owl?
Neither.
I was gonna say neither. I feel like I'm forced to get up early sometimes, and then heaven forbid I stay up late.
I used to be up at 2, 3 in the morning. Girl, y'all not about to catch me past 10:30, 11 o'clock. And God forbid I gotta get up early. I neither.
Oh my God. Coffee or iced tea?
Coffee. You don't like tea, Brittany. You're gonna say neither as well.
I'll take a coffee over tea. Now, I don't like the original iced tea. What people like Southern
I
tea?
don't like that tea.
Count me out. What?
She'll do
What?
like a hibiscus tea, like a
Yeah,
real
give me
fancy
something like
tea.
that.
She wants some bougie
Tea,
tea.
tea, lemonade,
A
raspberry,
little
that
chai.
kind of. But a sweet tea, sweet tea. I used to cry when my
I
mom
can't
used to
stand
put
it.
that on the dinner table on
But you're from the
Sundays.
South, which is wild.
Please.
Confused. I'm confused. All right. All right.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Favorite season?
The way these seasons acting right now, I don't even know what the seasons are. But traditionally, fall for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say for me, that cusp of spring and summer, I'm ready to toes in the sand, sunburned skin, outside popsicles, cookouts. Give me summer. I'm a summer. Even though I'm a winter baby, I'm a summer at heart for sure.
So
Awesome.
you mean like not deep, deep? Okay, I got you.
Not like July flaming. Give me like a little
Well, June.
June. Yeah.
Well, at this rate, I don't know.
We don't know.
Celebrity that you'd like to do styling services for?
I'm gonna say I have two. One because one would make me faint, and that would be amazing. I'm gonna say Aaron Pierre Mufasa. I would. I just touch the hem of his garment. That would be amazing. But on the other end, I would absolutely love to, and I always watch this person, and she's super amazing. I would love to come in contact with Mel Robbins for sure.
Oh, yeah. That's your girl. You know,
Yeah.
it's your girl. Was it who you want to do makeup for?
Mhm.
Girl, I pass out if anybody asked me that. I would let her do Kiki Palmer makeup.
You know, I am so loving her these days. I am so loving her.
I feel like I just would try to go home with her in her pocketbook. Like I would just.
She's so much younger than me, but I'm just like, I am loving you, little girl. I am loving you.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love that.
And whoever's doing her hair and makeup and slapping the wigs on there, flawless.
I just want to be in the room for real. I don't even want to do her hair and makeup.
Exactly.
Just let me be there. Let me move your brushes.
Yes,
That's
yes. Just be in the room for sure.
That's all I want to do.
I feel like if I was at a dinner table with her, I would not eat because I'd be cracking up laughing so much. And I would go home hungry.
Probably. Make sure you pack
I would go home hungry because I'm sitting at the table laughing at her.
Yes, yes.
Love her. Love her. Love her. Okay, well, what's next for you guys? What's next for your business? What is it that you want people to know about you all that we haven't discussed thus far?
I think next steps, again, we are what, 3.5 years old now?
Yeah.
We'll be 4 in September. So I think there's a huge area of growth there, considering we've grown a lot in the last 3 years. So I think it's time to take some new levels, whether it's team expansion, different educational platforms, and we would absolutely love to hit the road and do a little speaking if we can. So we're gonna, focus on some of those things to definitely take our business to the next level for sure.
I concur.
Wonderful. Anything you want to add to that, Candice?
Nope.
Okay, all right. And where can people find you all?
Yes, you can find us. Our website is society1111.com. If you want to find us on any social media platforms, Instagram, it's _, society1111, and other platforms, it's just society1111.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I love it. We have just had the wonderful and fabulous ladies of Society 1111, Candice Hardy and Brittany Johnson. based in the Richmond, Virginia area. They think they go anywhere that you all pay them to go, they will be there. But they are based in Richmond, Virginia. It has been a delight to get to know you guys better. I want to thank you for your time, for being here. And audience, back, see us again as we bring on more of our members so that you can see the brilliance behind the brands and get to know them a little bit better. Thank you for joining us. And that's a wrap for this episode of Business Spotlight. Big thanks to our members for sharing their journey with us. If you're listening and want to support local, now you know the story behind the brand. Until next time, keep it local, keep it lively, and keep it shiny.